Erik, welcome to Manchester United. How do you feel about starting this new chapter in your career?
I would say the word exciting to go into. I really look forward to do this job and this club. Massive history, and we want to restore it where it belongs.
What excites you most about this opportunity at managing at this club?
I think many. First of all, we want to make the fans proud. Second, of course, we are in this moment, the current situation is obviously not that good, and so it's a big challenge. I want to build a constructed team who is battling for each other, who are unified, and who will get results. And also, we are playing in a theatre of dreams. We want to entertain, but in the end, the intention is to play fantastic football. But if we cannot fantastic football, we still have to win.
It was only last week, your last game at Ajax. You're already here in England. What made you want to come so quickly? You know, you didn't take a break, have you? You've literally come straight after finishing with Ajax and now here at Manchester United.
Yeah, when you a season, you have to prepare, and when you are in a club, you, as I will say, it's a continual process. You're working on next season, and still you are in the current season. But we didn't have the time now, and now we close the season, and now I'm coming over to meet people, to roll out the strategy, to prepare pre-season, prepare staff, and prepare a squad.
There was a lot of people that really liked your long-term vision for this football club. What can you share with us about what you see in the future for Manchester United?
It's first accept the current situation, but also know 1 year ago this club, this team was second in the Premier League. So there is potential. Now it's up to us to get that out. And yeah, it's a process. It will take time, but I'm convinced we will come to that point that we get success. We have to work hard, and it has to be based on the right philosophy and strategy.
Short term, then, what are you seeing happening in the next few weeks?
Well, first, we have a break, but then we will start pre-season on the 27th of June, and then I will get a view of the squad, so of the individual players of the squad. Of course, we want to, in certain positions, we want to renew the squad, but I'm looking forward. I think, as I said, for 1 year this squad was second in the league, so there is potential. So I'm really looking forward to cooperate with the squad.
Yeah, well, speaking of the players then, how much are you looking forward to getting to know them and working with them closely as well?
That is really so exciting. It's also for me, it's of course new. I was a long time, 4.5 years in Ajax, and we had a great time. But yeah, now it's a new start also for me, and we have to build it up from the bottom. So on zero, and I have to build and starting a new relationship with the squad, with my players.
How important is it then for the players to make sure that they impress you over the summer to get the best out of the squad that you've got?
Yeah, that is what I expect. I have high expectations from myself, and that is also what I demand from my squad. They have to cooperate together, and they have to give every day the best. And I would say this, for me, good is not good enough. We have to do better.
In terms of a couple of the players, we've got a few players that used to play at Manchester United, of course linked with Ajax as well, one of them being Edwin van der Sar, of course a Manchester United legend, also an Ajax legend. What have you spoken to him about joining Manchester United?
Yeah, we had some conversations about it. Actually, normal, he was the first one that I told I'm leaving Ajax and I will go to Manchester United. So yeah, I think in his emotion he's still Manchester United. He is a fan. He is the biggest fan, maybe, especially in Ajax. But he has to lead Ajax in this moment, and I'm sure he will always support Man United. He will support me, as long as we are not playing against Ajax.
It could happen though, couldn't it?
I hope, because that will tell us that we are in the Champions League and we have to return as quickly as possible back in that competition.
Manchester United is, of course, a club with such rich history. There's so much history behind this club. Are you looking forward to learning more about that when you go to Old Trafford, when you go to the training complex as well, and just seeing how it all works there?
Of course, I know the history for Man United. I know the big times. I know the audience, the vibe, what can be on Old Trafford. I watched them in their big times, when Sir Alex was in the lead, when they were really successful times, when they win titles, when they were dominating Europe, but also before Sir Alex, Man United already was a big club. I know names like Busby, Charlton, that give Man United a presence to the outside world from winning. And winning in a spectacular way. Winning so they entertain people, but I think the most what stays with me is there was always a fighting culture, and they fight together and they get success.
You've never faced Manchester United before, is that right? You've never played them before?
No.
Have you ever been to a game at Old Trafford though? Have you ever seen it there?
No.
Are you looking forward to going for the first time?
Of course. And I just mentioned the vibe, what is in the stadium, and of course I want to get that experience. And the fans who will be behind, the ambience, what's in on Old Trafford, that would be fabulous, and I'm really looking forward to get that experience.
What will it be like for you when you first walk out that tunnel and you see those 70,000 fans that are ready to welcome you to Old Trafford?
I don't know. I have to wait for that moment. And but what they can expect is that I will give my best. I will do everything what's necessary to get Man United back where they belong.
Was it always an aspiration of yours to manage in the Premier League?
I'm not a dreamer, and I'm living by the day, and so I give my best, and I make my decisions based on clearness, and from there on, and logical, and we need a good concept, and we need the right people around. And then when we then do everything we have, every day, we will get success. And that is the point, then you will see where you will end. And live by the day, and focus on titles, and don't dream about other things, what can happen in the future.
Let's talk about Ajax a little bit, because it was quite fresh when you just won the league only a couple of weeks ago. And how important was it for you to sign off your season at Ajax with winning the league?
It's all about that. It's all about winning titles. And so when you start a project, what we did in Ajax, and the project was I had to make Ajax Europa-proof, and we want to be back in the top in Holland. And in that time I started, PSV was on top, and we changed it. In the last 4 years we were the number one continually, and so I'm happy and satisfied that we achieved that purpose. And so it was important also to finish in my last season as number one. And there was PSV, also Feyenoord, were huge competitors, but finally we won the battle, and it's all about that.
And what was for you your greatest achievement at Ajax in your 4 years there?
I think difficult to choose, but that you are continually number one, but our juniors in Europe were magnificent, and I really enjoyed. And of course, in my first holy season, we achieved the semi-final, and I think that was the best performance. I think it was a really good performance, because it's not that easy for a club in Holland, not that big league, to compete with the European top clubs, and we did, and we had some magnificent results, and finally we were short before the final, but I think it was a magnificent journey we had, and also I think the football we played, we really enjoy it, and I believe also the audience in Europe, they enjoy it.
Is there a game then in particular that you look back on and you think that is exactly the way that I wanted my team to play?
Yeah, of course there are, but you never can compare teams. But the way we did it, and that is with dominant, dictating football, yeah, that is the way I want to act in Man United as well. But finally, the competences, the quality of the people, so from the players, decided how you have to play.
Do you find as well that when teams come to Ajax and they play Ajax, it's a little bit like it's a cup final, because when teams come to Old Trafford, they play against Manchester United, it's a big occasion. Did you see that as well when you were managing Ajax?
I think that's the comparison. And I have been in Bayern Munich, I've been in Ajax, now I come to Man United, and I know our opponents are highly motivated. They are over-motivated to beat Man United, and yeah, we have to be ready for that, to go in that battle. And even if they are over-motivated, we have to be more. We always have to be more willing to win the game than the opponent.
There are quite a lot of similarities between Ajax and Manchester United as a club, in the sense that they are big on bringing younger players through the system. They are committed to attacking football. There's a big legacy behind both clubs as well. Do you feel the similarities are there when you join Manchester United?
Yes, already in your question before, there is a similarity. Opponents highly motivated, but also attacking football. We are playing in the theater of dreams. We have to entertain the opponent, so we want to play in opponent's half. We have to do the attacking football. We have to do the pressing, the total high pressing. That is similarity. Also the adventure of football, and also I think like Ajax, Man United bring up and has a history in bringing up young talents into the first team.
Ajax and United are clearly both teams with very clear identities as clubs, but how important is it for you to bring your footballing philosophy to Manchester United?
No, it don't have to go over my football. It's about the Man United football, and it's about the Man United identity and philosophy. And I think you pointed it. It has to go about attacking football, and so we have to bring structures in the way of play that we can play attacking football.
You described Ajax as a fighting machine. Is that how you want to build this United team as well?
Always. In everywhere I was in my career, I have high demands on my players, and I expect them to fight, to give 100%. And so I already mentioned, only good is good enough. No, not even that. We have to do better, and they have to cooperate. They have to unify, to form a team, and to battle the opponent.
How would you describe your coaching style to someone that, say, hasn't been following Dutch football?
I want to win. Winning is the most important, but also I have the intention to do that in a certain way and in an attacking way. But if we cannot do it like that, we still have to win. So that is what we have to put in our team value.
If you were to ask some of the former players that you managed, what would they say about the way that you coach?
I think that they will confirm that we play attacking football, and that my players are convinced that it is a way to win games and to win titles.
When you were playing, when did the switch happen when you thought, actually, I would quite like to be a manager in the future?
Honestly, I was, as a player already, half a manager. I always had already the communication with the manager, and so and many trainers I had a good connection with, and they used me on the field as a communicator and to bring up the vision they want to bring over to the team.
Were there any coaches or role models that you had in your early career as a manager and as a player that inspired you to be the manager that you are today?
Yeah, many. And because you learn a lot from your opponents, from where you had battles with, from the teams, but also from the managers, for a lot of methods of work they do. And when you have the right reflection, you learn, so they inspire me.
There's one manager he will be coming up against in Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. I know you worked with him at Bayern Munich. Are you looking forward to going up against him this time?
Yes, I really look forward, and I admire him for the way he wants to play. He is also inspired me by the way he wins titles, but also I look forward to battle with him.
Would you describe yourself then as a little bit of a football obsessive? Do you go home, watch every game, or do you give yourself a little bit of time away from it?
Of course, you need time to relax, to gather energy. But in the end, a manager is 24/7, and you live from football. And if you want to prepare a season, if you have to prepare a team, and it's going from game to game, and we have to play every 3 days a game, so it's a lot about football. And you sleep, and you live football.
What does Erik do to relax? What do you like to do in your off time?
My off time, my family.
Yeah.
Spending time with my wife, with my kids, our dog, and a little bit sport, like jogging, or hiking, or golf, things like that.
There's plenty of hiking and golfing to do in Manchester, so you'll be absolutely fine with that. It's a great place to live, so I'm sure you'll have a good time. Let's talk about the future a little bit, because of course one of the things that everyone looks forward to is the announcement of the Premier League games that will be released on the 16th of June. Are you one of those managers that waits for the fixtures to come out and looks at some of the fixtures that are coming up?
That last, yes, of course, because that is the league plan for us, and from there on we have to draw a strategy clear. But I'm not waiting home for who we will face as first or second. No, I will notice, and then we will face them.
I'm sure one of a couple of the clubs that you'll be looking at are the big teams like Liverpool and of course the Manchester derby against Manchester City. How excited are you to take charge in those games, which means so much to the Manchester United fans?
Yeah, of course, that are exciting games, because you get challenged by the best managers, by the best players, and really looking forward. But I think every game is a challenge, and in every game you can gather 3 points. So you have to prepare every game well, and I repeat myself, and of course that are the biggest challenges, and it's really exciting, but I'm really looking forward to every game, and we have to go from game to game and don't look forward too far. No, I live by the day, and first game is always the most important game.
And I guess from that begins the preparation, and part of the preparation is the pre-season. So when does the pre-season start?
27th of June.
Are you looking forward to getting all the players together?
Not all the players will then be coming in, because the ones who play internationals will have a longer break because they play longer in this current season. But of course, I'm really looking forward. Gives a lot of motivation, gives a lot of joy to meet him. I'm really looking forward to it, and then we need the pre-season to get the team ready for the start of the season.
There's no doubt that this past season has been a really difficult one for Manchester United. What will be your message to the players when you first do get together with them?
That we have to accept the current situation, but also that they have a good potential. A year before, this team was second in the league, so the potential is there. Learn the lessons from this season, so we have to analyze clear what went wrong, and from there on work hard, get a team and fight the opponents.
3 of the 4 games in your pre-season tour will be against Premier League opposition. How useful will that be to prepare for the Premier League season ahead?
Useful, yes, definitely, because we have to get a way of playing. So we have to present our way of play, and with our way I mean the Man United way, but we will give rules and principles, so we're bringing in structures, so we use that opposition to bring in the structure we want together, and so that is be useful to get a good start in the season.
What targets will you be setting for the upcoming season?
I said this is the project to bring Man United back on top, but also we have to accept the current situations we are in, and first of all, Man United belong in the Champions League, so that will be the first target.
And I was going to say about the wider season as well, there's so many other things to play for, as you mentioned, Europe as well, there's domestic cups like the FA Cup, the League Cup too. How important is it to get that silverware?
Important, and for me every game is important, and we want to win every game, and that has to be the attitude from everyone, the players in front, but also staff and all the other ones in the club, that every game is important, and we will give every game our best to win them and to come forward.
And then just finally, what would you like to say to the Manchester United fans?
I'm happy that I will be here, and I will give my best, and I hope and I expect that I can make them proud again, that we restore Man United there where they belong. And I will do, and I give my best, and I will take the decisions what is necessary to get there.
Well, we're really happy to have you here, and all the best for the season ahead.
Thank you.